And acceleration. Oh, holy smokes. Oh, I had to let off the pedal there. Not gonna, too much. Okay,
I didn't expect to make the noise with the tires, huh?
No, I didn't. Wow. This is the 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor, and this might be the best Ford F-150 that Ford has built in years. And it's not even a Raptor. 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor isn't just another off-road package. It's Ford's answer to drivers who want Raptor-inspired capability without the Raptor-sized price tag. With upgraded suspension, aggressive styling, and smart tech baked in, it's the truck built for those who work hard Monday to Friday and hit the trails on the weekend. Now, we owned a 2019 Ford F-150 Raptor, and well, we did take it off-roading quite hard. We've dented up the front bash plate quite a bit, and so far this Tremor is turning out to be a happy compromise between that Raptor and, well, just your regular XLT Ford F-150. So join in on this review. We're going to be taking it on the road and really showing you what it can do. Acceleration, the tech. Look at that. There's your suspension right there. It's dual exhaust and really nicely tuned EcoBoost engine with its 500 pound-feet of torque actually sounds better than it ever has. Tailgate, don't forget to get the ladder with that. Automatic up and down. You can turn it off by pressing the 2X button there. Keyless entry, walk away, lock by putting your thumb there, unlock there. You've got your blind spot monitoring. We've got a full video on Blue Cruise coming real soon. Adaptive cruise control, lane centering, really nice, really nice screen there. 12-inch behind the steering wheel, 12-inch touchscreen right there. Push button start, much better sounding EcoBoost than we had in the past, and I think one of the nicest interiors you can get on the truck market. Don't worry about things heating up too much. That panoramic roof at, well, $1,750 as an option won't heat up because it's very well tinted, so it won't heat up your cabin. Electric seats on both sides, no heated seats in the rear, not on the standard model. Electric pedals, automatic lights, high beams and low beams at night, all automatic. Really nice interior, fantastic Bang & Olufsen sound system. Heated seats. If you want cooled seats, you're gonna have to get the 402 package, the trim up. Fan, you got your wireless charging. If you get the workstation, when you get the workstation, well, it means you pay a little more, but you get wireless charging, which I still prefer wired charging. Just buy an extra wire, it's more effective, but you get your workstation right there, and actually you get something that's really cool in the back. This here, let's check it out. Pull on this cord and up the seat goes, but I need two hands for this. Seat goes up and you've got this nice split between the two-seater and the one-seater, and you've got a space for, if you're going out hunting, you can put, your tools in there, or target practice. Suggest you get a nice little carpet in there. That's for my old truck that didn't have this box, but that box can also be folded up, and these running boards are fantastic. Well, for an outside truck review, check our previous video that we've got on the channel. Now we're gonna go do the interior review and the test drive. We're gonna put the pedal to the metal. We're also gonna take it through the bendies. So let's just switch the cameras through the bendies. Big truck, almost 6,000 pounds. And not much body roll, a little, really not much. And pedal to the metal. So that was fun. And now we've closed the top so you can hear us maybe a little bit better.
Yeah, but normally with the roof open, when you're in the city, not rolling too fast, we don't hear a sound. It's not noisy, but on the highway like here, it's a little bit noisy, but not that much.
Yeah, it's really not bad. We went to a wedding the other day, and coming back, we drove home all night with the roof as it is open now, and really find it not bad at all.
And we noticed that it's not bad for the person in the back seat, because here I don't feel the wind, so it's not like they will have a lot of wind in the face and have their hair everywhere.
Yeah, we're wondering if Ford either put in a different netting up here to block the wind to change the flow, or if Ford put in a higher net. So different net, higher net, but one way or another, we feel there's no turbulence created. In the past, with Ford trucks and the open roof, we felt we needed to open up that rear window to have some pass through. Otherwise, there'd be kind of this turbulence. The wind would come in, roll, and it'd kind of bother the ears. So not a problem with the top anymore. Really liking it.
But for sure, if you like wind, it doesn't do that a lot.
You can just open up the side windows.
Yeah,
you know, the windows are there for a reason. Or if you want more airflow to come in, you open up that back window, and then you will get a better breeze coming in. But what's nice is with less wind now, baby in the back, people in the back, more comfortable.
Can sleep easily without waking up.
And I do really like how this has the workstation inside. So we've got the wireless charging. This here opens up. I'll show you how that goes. And you know, it was an option, but we also have underneath the seat perfect spacing underneath the seat to hide hunting equipment or whatever you want to hide underneath the seat. A drawer on this one, so pretty happy with that. Adaptive cruise control just doing its thing right there. So comfort level, how do you feel?
As always, it's totally perfect. It depends. If you love the feeling of the road, the Bronco was more giving that. But the F-150 is the total comfort, like you're on the couch. It's quiet, it's nice, it's soft, so you don't feel the road that much. So it depends if you like it or not.
Super smooth.
Yeah, super smooth.
The Tremor absorbs bumps incredibly well.
Yeah, and we could go for many hours on the road like that. Like we said the other day, we can go down to Florida. For us, it takes 24 hours and more. 24 hours in the car, no problem with this one.
And
no hands, yeah.
No hands. And I can just put the blinker on and say, I want to go into the right lane. And when it feels like it's an appropriate time, it'll go in the right lane, which is quite nice. Love the interior. One of the reasons we took the Tremor yet again is the orange stitching. Love it. Really like the 501 with black appearance package. Felt that was really worth it. With my pricing, I would have came out to a very similar price actually to this. But I just love how this suspension, this off-road suspension is incredible at absorbing not just the off-road bumps and jumps, but it's also really great at dealing with highway potholes, bridge connections, speed bumps. We go over the speed bumps on one hill at, you know, just regular speed. We don't slow down for them. So speed bumps, really not a problem. So overall, you don't mind that I chose yet again the same vehicle?
No, that's perfect. we didn't have the last one for a long time anyway, so it's like
10 months.
Continuation.
Yeah, 10 months. Continuation, change the color. Yeah. Tremor has incredible resale value, so we were able to make the change.
We were not tired of that, so yeah, it's perfect. I really love the interior, so I'm happy that we still have that model. For sure, we really love Bronco. I guess we're a Bronco family. We can say that. Johnny
Bronco. I miss my Bronco. I really wanted a Bronco, but this is like having an Explorer with a bed, or having a very, you know, I find vans, I'm liking them more now that I'm a dad. But Marie says, what, when I'm like, hey, we could get a van.
Yeah, we went with the F-150 and not the Bronco just because of the space in the back with the baby seats.
But anytime I mention a van, you're like, no, never. We haven't given up on life. Never a van.
Can we say the big news?
Yeah, sure.
So The other thing is that we are expecting baby number 2. So with 2 seats, that's why we didn't want it to go to the Bronco again. Because normally with the seat aligned with the passenger seat, it's fine. The driver is not bothered by that. The passenger seat needs to be more on front. But with 2 of them, we don't want the driver to be bothered by the length. So yeah, that's why we choose an F-150, and we said, okay, we're a Bronco family, but we'll do that maybe in 2-3 years when there will be a front seat for everybody.
Major parental sacrifice
Yeah,
being made. We love the Bronco, but this makes not having a Bronco really wonderful. You know, if we had to get a van, okay, yeah, we'd be suffering. But this, with the amount of added comfort that we get, and don't get me wrong, the Bronco was extremely comfortable, but this just, you feel really safe driving this. You feel like you're sitting in a lazy, like, you know, an armchair, a wonderfully comfortable armchair. We can easily drive down to Florida. We could do 22 hours behind the wheel.
We have space to put the dog there too.
Yeah, got the space. House projects, renovations, fixing up things up around the pool. Right now we're carrying a nice heavy battery in the back, and I don't have to worry if we have an accident, that battery is not going to come back and, you know,
hit somebody.
And the result with that would clearly be absolutely devastating. So we can put all the dangerous materials in the far back in the bed. It's never going to come through here. So just finding the F-150 ultra practical, ultra safe. In the case of an accident, it's it's a 5-star in every category except for rollover, because they build them with these glass roofs, so you can't really get a 5-star safety rating for rollover when, you know, shattered glass and whatnot. But this is as safe. This is one of the safest vehicles you could ever have an accident with. It's one of the absolute best vehicles for safety. Clearly very important for families. We've got the space, we've got the comfort, so we'll hold off on the Bronco despite really wanting one, but I don't want a Bronco so badly that I'd sell the Shelby to have a Bronco.
No, so yeah, it's just for the rear-facing phase. We'll go with F-150s, and after that, maybe we'll come back to the Broncos.
Well, I'm thrilled with the vehicle, and I have to say that a comment I had in the past, one of the reasons we sold the Ford F-150 Lightning after 15 months and took a huge financial hit, cost about $37,000 to own for 15 months. And a lot of that had to do with Tesla and Ford decreasing their prices by $10,000. So we got completely destroyed on that. But resale value on our previous Tremor was incredible. So thank you, Ford, for having an amazing truck that holds its value. So that was actually really nice, trading in that Ford F-150. And the Blue Cruise, major reason we sold the Lightning is the Blue Cruise actually got fixed about a day before, like, the vehicle was already sold. So it was a day before pickup. Once the Blue Cruise was fixed, I'm like, wow, I'm back to loving this electric truck again. But the Blue Cruise on this hasn't given me any issues. And actually, of all the people I know, of all my customers, I was the only one that had an issue with Blue Cruise, but boy, did I ever have a major issue. It was very dangerous for Marie and baby, but once it was fixed, the sensors and camera needed to be, just the camera needed to be replaced. And camera or sensors, can't quite remember. I'll have to go back and watch the video, but that fixed it all. Now we've got a Blue Cruise that works fantastically well, so I love this truck. I love the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Bang & Olufsen is owned by Harman Kardon, so it's a division of Harman Kardon. Incredible sound system. Fun to take family trips. We're on an ice cream. Well, first we're delivering the battery for the Toyota MR2, so do expect a Toyota MR2 video to come out soon. We're delivering an oversized battery to help with manage that standalone computer and all those electric gauges. So it needs a bigger battery, and I don't drive it as often. So we want more of a bigger battery to help hold the charge. Cold cranks well above what originally was suggested, 850 instead of 550 cold cranking amps. So we're off. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be right back. Hold on. I want to put the pedal to the metal one last time. And acceleration. Oh, holy smokes. Oh, I had to let off the pedal there. Not gonna, too much. Okay.
I didn't expect to make the noise with the tires, huh?
No, I didn't. Wow. You said the other day you felt like this one was faster than the 2024, and we don't have any stats.
When I hit the pedal, I was saying to you, is it because it's really brand new?
Yeah.
Because the other one was only 10 months old, but is it because it's brand new that the feeling on the pedal, I feel like I will just go too much faster? Yeah.
It might be that because even our Lightning with 700 and some odd pound-feet of torque didn't let the wheels spin that much. So I think maybe Ford, I'm wondering, have they just tweaked the recipe for that stability control, and they're letting us just have a wee bit more fun? Because I didn't turn off any of the technology. We don't have anything on off. We just took it standard. We're in normal driving mode, stability controls on, all the technology, the ABS brakes, all that anti-spin technology, and still they let us spin and continue spinning in a straight line. And I chose to let go of the pedals. You know, the price of tires these days.
Yeah.
And it's like not really something, maybe something I do out in the back roads country, but not in an area where there's a lot of police. I don't want to be going around spinning my tires and grabbing the wrong type of attention and more tickets. We've had enough tickets this year, one each, so we'll leave it at that. And let's go pick up the Toyota MR2 and continue on the beat of not getting any tickets. Godspeed, everybody. God bless. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all more cars and more power. Hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love sometime real soon without completely destroying the tires. Take care, folks. There we go. Excellent backup camera with actually 360 camera being completely standard. So easy to back in and around things. All right, now we're going to be testing out the speed bump here, and at 36 kilometers an hour, no problem at all. We'll have to take them at speed to really test, but the suspension is really good, and these grabber tires actually have a bit more flexibility to them than the BF Goodrich KO2s or KO3s, which I would have liked because it is an extremely long-lasting tire, 60 to 70,000 miles on the BF Goodrich KO3s, but they would have offered a harder ride with the 3-ply sidewall, whereas this has a 2-ply sidewall on the Grabber General tires. And its ride offers a slightly smoother, a bit of a smoother ride. So I'm happy with these Grabbers. I'm happy that they generally come with about 1532s or roughly 12 millimeters of tread, just like the BF Goodrich KO2s. But we'll have to find out and see if they will last just as long. Now, the Grabber General tires with their 1532 tread wear are known to be quite comfortable and extremely long-lasting. The 2-ply sidewall makes for a lighter tire than, let's say, a BF Goodrich KO2, and it's good for taking on the roads where you get the great views. Usually they're not the best roads, so great for this, and glad with the quality of the tire that comes with the Tremor, because 84,000 Canadian with the roof, or 82,000 Canadian roughly without the roof as tested, means you're gonna want a comfortable, luxurious ride, because that is a lot of money to have a really comfortable drive with these really beautiful views. Little lake down there, mountains. So we do expect a lot at this price range, and it is a lot of money. I'm a little upset that the back rear doors don't have keyless entry for the price. However, if this is the vehicle you're looking for, now is a fantastic time to get it, because Ford has employee pricing. So we got an employee pricing last month, but as of this month, everyone has access to the employee pricing. So there's those nasty roads that the Tremor is specialized at taking. So an fantastic off-road machine, incredible on-road machine. And now is the time to get one with a relatively low interest rate, as low as 2.99%. And you can get roughly about $9,000 off a Tremor like this. So the 82 to 84,000, depending how you take it equipped. A little bit more if you're going to be getting a 5-liter. This is the 3.5 EcoBoost with 500 pound-feet of torque that we absolutely love. Are you happy, Marie?
Yeah, it goes well.
Goes well, so not disappointed that it's another Tremor.
No.
Great enough to take it on yet again. And if this one we decide to modify, probably maybe consider changing out the resonator underneath. But I don't think we'll be setting up any lights to actually use those auxiliary switches, because we won't be off-roading at night. Instead, we'll be putting the baby to bed and going to bed early at night and getting Marie a little bit of sleep, because, well, that's, I guess, what pregnant women need. If you've made it this far, we are both blessed and fortunate, as it does help our community grow. And if you want to help the community grow so that we can have more knowledge and as such more power, do hit that like button, share the content, and subscribe with bell notifications on if you haven't already done so. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. A special thank you to the members. They give us the extra support to keep this going. Wishing you all more cars and more power. Take care, folks, and Godspeed.